So, hello. Sorry. So terrible time for this coughing. For this cough. Anyway, hello. Once again, I'm back on my all trustworthy Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition. And before we will start, let me check out the stream if it is working properly or not. Good. Nice. So, yeah, as always, I'm recording locally and streaming today on the Kick service. And once again, we are back in Ubuntu 26.04 LTS long-term support, GNOME 50, Wayland, and yeah. But let me show you the system information using the GUI method, going into the system settings, system, about, and then into details. Dell Alienware M17 R5 AMD edition, 32 GB of RAM, 2 TB of SSD storage space, and the CPU is an AMD Ryzen 9 6900HX, and the GPU is also an AMD Radeon RX 6800M, and as I said before, Ubuntu 26.04 LTS long-term support, GNOME 50.1 on Wayland, and it has the Linux kernel 7. I think it's the latest Linux kernel. And then let's go to the terminal. Let me open up the terminal, zoom in a lot, and I think this is fine for you too. So Ubuntu 26.04, also known as Resolute Raccoon. The rest of the system information you can pause the stream or later on the YouTube channel the video, and take your time and read everything in your own pace. However, I would like to point you today that yes, I'm recording and streaming in 4K basically, but scaled down in full HD. I'm running the system, of course, in full 4K, 3840 by 2160 at 120 Hz, but I'm recording and streaming at 30 FPS. And with that out of the way, let's go back to the normal. So yeah, I was trying yesterday to crash the system or something, make it sweat, break a leg, break something. But no, it was impossible. Of course, I didn't take it to the max, but I think it was still safe. I loaded like half of apps, like streaming and recording full 4K, 60 FPS, playing a game and all those apps at the same time, going around with expose, alt tab, etc. It was pretty stable, rock solid, and absolutely instant. Everything was happening instant. And yeah, so today I will show you the progress on what I have been doing with my customizations. So we'll start from the menu bar. More or less you have seen this maybe while I was using yesterday the system. Top right corner you can see basically the daytime, calendar, weather, etc. And I can click here, for example, and then check out the weather forecast. And also on a daily basis. So there is that, and then these are the system. This is the system menu, also the system tools like network, volume, etc. And this is the language status notification. Basically, when I switch a keyboard. Keyboard layout, that is. Besides this one, I can also take a look up here as well for this change. And these are various icons that the system makes appear or disappear depending on what is happening in the system. Right now I'm using OBS, microphone, etc. So I can see the status up here. and basically sharing the screen, so to speak. And then this is the application menu or application launcher. Basically, let's just say it's the start menu, as the Windows people say. And then this is my dock, and this is my all of my applications that I have installed in the system, either through the Ubuntu installation or later on manually. Here are some more, like this. And as you can see, I have pretty much customized everything. I don't know why parabolic is still on this icon. Maybe I need to log out and log back in. This is the icon at the moment. But yeah, most probably because I haven't logged out, this is why it's still the same. Also, I was doing few stuff with extensions because I was thinking to show you some extension stuff today. But before going there, I will have to show you two very important things. One you may also have noticed by now already. So this is my terminal. I'm using, just like the Arch Linux setup that I had, the Swedish colors, and this is my fast fetch and the terminal prompt using the Swedish flag colors, basically blue and yellow. And then I have also prepared by using one command and entering my administrator password, then I can update all kinds of apps in the system, just like on my Arch Linux. Of course, I have the system fully updated, so there is no need to do anything more at the moment. But this is it. Remember that everything you are saying, more or less, I will put into the Ubuntu guide that I will create. Still, I haven't done anything about it, but hopefully in time I will make it so. Anyway, and then last but not least is my wallpaper jumper. So here it is. Basically, I can have the status of a wallpaper. I'm currently sitting on the 422 wallpaper, 422. So I will just go a bit forward like this, 425, boom, just like that. And then, sorry, my bad, wrong, it changed, so it will say 426 now. Here it is, 426, 426. So I'm done with that, and in the background I'm making progress, I'm making strides in completing my cursor factory, so most probably we'll see that tomorrow, I think so. So with that out of the way, let me show you a few extension stuff. So yeah, extensions. I have disabled desktop icons. These came with the system and the Ubuntu tiling assistant. And I have enabled these ones: Arc menu, hide toolbar, impatience, just perfection, smart auto move ng, tiling cell, user themes, wallpaper slideshow, weather clock. However, because I have accomplished my wallpaper jumper, I have disabled this one, because what was happening, basically I had like my own wallpaper engine changing the wallpaper, and then the slideshow was going ahead and changing the wallpaper again, and was this back and forth, and of course I had to disable. And I didn't want to mess around if I can make it synchronize with the wallpaper slideshow. Maybe that's easy to accomplish, but I didn't want to waste any more time, because as I said, as I made a promise to you, and I will try my best to keep it. I will eventually, in the next day or two, maybe 3 days, I'm not sure, I will try as soon as possible anyway to return back to my MacBook Pro 2012 running the one and only, the amazing, the unique, the thank you people, thank you team behind it, Void Linux and XFCE on X11, and complete my modern day customizations. Anyway, back to Ubuntu extensions again. Basically, on the Arc menu, this is the Arc menu, the application launcher, the start menu, however you want to call it. This is it. This is the Arc menu. Basically, I didn't do anything crazy with it. I just went ahead and did the size 32, icon size 32, and then I selected the icon that you see here, this one. And it has plenty of icons, and if you have icon packs, they are getting recognized automatically, so you can choose your own icon, the one that suits you. And this is the only detail regarding the Arc menu. Then hide the top bar. I have enabled on sensitivity these 4 switches. Animation, I kept it on the default. Keyboard shortcut, it's like I think these are the default values again. I could be wrong, but I think this is the case. And on easily hide, if I remember correctly, they have this enabled. I disabled both of them. So there is that about the hide top bar. This is hide top bar. Basically, I don't want the top bar, top panel, however you want to call it, the taskbar if you're coming from Windows. Or the dog. I don't want to see them unless I need them. So hide top bar. Let me accomplish that regarding to the top bar. Anyway, impatience, basically eliminate most of the animations in the system by taking to the left, to the left side here, and there is that. Then just perfection. This completes plenty of details in the system. Let me see if I can do it like this. Nice. So I think I didn't touch anything on visibility, but on behavior, these are my switches. I have turned on these and I have disabled the other ones. I'll let you for a moment here. I'll stay here for a moment, so you can pause the stream or the video later on the YouTube channel. And then on the customized, I did this. Let me put it this way. Once again, I will leave it here for a moment. Take your time. Pause the stream, pause the video. These are my settings. So if you see something that you like on my system, try to copy the values of my extensions and the extensions that I'm using. Oh man, I like this wallpaper. I like it, the whole thing. Amazing. Whoever created it, thank you. Amazing stuff. Anyway, Smart Auto Move. Here we are. I will put it like this. So basically these are the options. As you can see, I have disabled everything, but I kept the numbers the same, the default values. I didn't do anything else. So there is that. Then we go on the tiling cell. This one is a peculiar thing. So I will give you my settings anyway. It has an amazing export and import function, both for settings and the layouts. Basically, it's this styling solution, either by moving a window around like this, and you just drop it where you want, or just right click on the title bar and then select here what you want to do with the window, like this for example. Amazing stuff. And these are my settings with this one, but as I said, do not worry. I will put this inside my guide, and of course give you the files on my Google Drive, so anyone who likes my settings, you can just borrow them. Another cool background that I enjoy, but Dance plus thing, whatever how it's called, website watermark, but still amazing. Anyway, back to the extensions. User themes, of course, absolutely a must. So I'm using this one now, Sweet Dart V40. I'm a sucker for this theme. As I said, wallpaper slideshow. I have disabled it, but here are my values. Nothing fancy. just every 60 seconds, my wallpaper folder basically with my images, and then solid colors for the scaled version of the wallpaper being black. I haven't enabled anything else about the Bing, I don't care about it. So you can use either my wallpaper jumper or use this amazing extension. And then weather o'clock, just this one here. And keep always in mind that you need to install this application. Sorry, once again, wrong shortcut. It's, where is it? This weather. You need this application. I think it's the Flatpak version that I have. Let me check out fast. Weather, yes, it was the Flatpak, I remember correctly. Anyway, and the only option then you need to, if you need to, is if you don't like the weather to be on the left side of the date and time, you can make it be on the right side basically. No other options for this one. But still. And yeah, those are my extension settings basically. I use more extensions, but they are still not exactly compatible. So like rounded corners. It was, I think, this one, the Reborn. It says install, but if I will do it, it's not really working. So this is the developer of the add-on. This is the comment of the developer, and it says, "Hi everyone, I'm the developer of this. Just so you know, a version with GNOME 50 support is currently awaiting review and will be published." Yes, published here once it's reviewed. So no need to bother with this and try to make it work by messing with a JSON file. It will not work. And then it was the hot corners. I really need my expose stuff, and I think it was this one, and this is completely unsupported. You can try messing around with the JSON file, but I didn't have any success. If you know how to go about it, please be my guest and let me know in the video comment below, on the YouTube channel of course. And yeah, I think this is it for now. I don't know if I have to tell you anything else, anything more. I still dislike the App Center, still fights me. I don't know if I will be able, I don't want to waste too much time on it, trying to configure it to use my theme. But yeah, so terrible. If you are not a fan of snaps, this is completely useless, I think. And I keep it here on the dock just to remind myself of this thing. But if you are not have any issues with snaps and you are actually a fan, great place to have, but still an annoyance if you try to theme it, rise it, however you want to call it. Anyway, what else? Did I forget anything else? Most probably I have forgotten plenty of things. I'm always doing this. But I want to be authentic with all the good and the bad things that you will see me doing, hear me saying. I just want to be authentic. I had enough all these years with the, and still to this date, plenty of fake people online, regardless if they are talking about computers or other stuff. So this is me. Take it or leave it. In time I will become even more of myself, but this is also related to my family situation. We will see. I need them to feel free while I'm doing this, to feel free, and then this will give me even myself a boost in order to be my complete and fully transparent self. But that's not yet there. But of course, this is what I'm talking about. It's nothing to do with really the videos, but some things related to personal stuff that maybe I could talk to you and give you some, I don't know, knowledge, wisdom, or whatever. Anyway, back to the Ubuntu. Oh yeah, of course, I didn't show you my OBS settings for today. Fool is me, of course. So yeah, this is the settings for today. Full 4K resolution, downscale to full HD, 30 FPS. I'm using the bicubic sharpened scale 16 samples. And then the output, I'm using once again for an encoder on audio and video the FMPEG, AAC and VAPI H.264. But because I'm streaming on PIC service, the limit for me that I'm not a partner, it's 8000 bitrate, so there is that. And of course MKV again, the recording is MKV file. So yeah, I almost forgot about it. I think I have forgotten to do this in a couple of my streams, but at least I didn't forget this today. Anyway, what I want to say is this. On the first couple videos, maybe 3 videos, as long as I was trying to fight the system and the snaps, I didn't enjoy the experience. It was like hitting my head on the wall. But after I submitted defeat on the snaps front, and I went full in Debian or flat backups, but mostly flat backups, everything was so much easier, so much better. And after seeing the performance yesterday and how things have been going while customizing the system, I'm not, I have nothing against Ubuntu any longer. And before I will move to Fedora, I didn't mention this before, but here it comes. I have years ago bought a license for Ubuntu, not Ubuntu, Ubuntu, for DaVinci Resolve, for Blackmagic's DaVinci Resolve Studio version, and I've been using it on one of my Mac systems. So this is going to happen moving forward. Any modern distro that it's not running on my old MacBook Pro and MacBook Air of 2012, I will try to test DaVinci Resolve Studio if it works properly, not just installs, but works properly with the good and the bad. And so after I will do a couple more videos, then going back to Void Linux, the sweet Void Linux and MacBook Pro 2012, I will return to Ubuntu and try if it's possible to work properly with DaVinci Resolve. Keep always in mind, I'm doing this for you and the friends and family circle that I have, that maybe they have been asking for this, my friends and family, but in general, I think everyone will be, I don't know, not everyone is too much, I don't know about everyone, but anyway, I think some of you will enjoy that experience as well, and maybe I have a couple tricks for DaVinci Resolve on Linux for you fellas. So wait for that to happen as well. Anyway, this is it for today. As always, thank you for everything, and even the dislikes. Some of you, you see or hear something or both that you dislike, no problem. Thank you for your dislikes as well, and as always, see you on the next one. Bye.